Hey everybody, it's Kim Beal here, and I'm gonna say that my producer has changed my name to the Broad of the Bay, and I'm good with that. I'm gonna go with that. So Kim Beal here, Broad of the Bay, aka But First Football, Kim's version. And since it's the 4th of July and there really is not a lot happening in the NFL this week, I mean, virtually nothing, I thought that I might share with you my favorite fireworks story since it's 4th of July. So that happens to be Super Bowl 55. And you probably all know what happened in Super Bowl 55, and that was when the Bucs won 31-9, destroyed the Kansas City Chiefs, and that happened to occur in Tampa. So it was the first time that a home team had actually won a Super Bowl in their home stadium. So that was another super amazing thing. And it also happened to be during COVID. So, you know, it was just that weird time. And I still happen to be the vice president and general manager of Neiman Marcus in Tampa Bay. So leading up to the Super Bowl, like, it was super exciting. We had a lot going on in the store, even though we all still had to wear masks, and we were trying to be really careful to keep everybody healthy and safe during that time. And it was total chaos. It was total chaos. There was so much activity, good and bad, going on in town. The sad part was we were supposed to have a fashion show with the Players' Wives Association, but that got canceled by the NFL and I think Neiman Marcus just because of safety concerns. So we didn't get to have the fashion show. But on the flip side, I did get to dress and become friends with Angela Smith. We were able to dress someone. She's a wife of one of the coaching staff, and so I was able to dress her, and that was really fun. But that was really the extent of the fashion with the NFL wives, so that was kind of sad. Yeah, we were supposed to be able to do a lot of things, but we didn't get to do much of any of it, of course. But we still made it fun, and we did a lot of contests, and everybody wore Bucs stuff like the whole week, and it was great. So the other thing was the weekend was the halftime show, and it was a weird halftime show. Actually, it was really a weird halftime show. It will probably never be remembered in one of the greatest halftime shows because it really wasn't. But I mean, again, COVID, what could you do? You could not have like that many dancers. There was hardly anyone in the stadium, but the song that they played the entire like couple of weeks leading up to Super Bowl was "Ooh, I'm blinded by the light." And every time I hear that song to this day, I think about the Super Bowl and how happy that made me. So every time like there was a commercial for the Super Bowl or they were talking about the Super Bowl, that was the song that played. So now every time I hear like that, I just get like happy. Because, you know, we needed that happiness. That was just a tough time. So anyway, Super Bowl Sunday was February 7th. And oftentimes Elizabeth's birthday falls on Super Bowl. Her birthday is February 8th. So she came down for the Super Bowl / birthday from FSU, and we were just like ready to go, and Taquito was in his jersey and we were in all of our gear, and it was just so exciting. And knowing that it was just miles down the road happening was even more exciting. So turned out to be, you know, kind of a blowout of a game, which I'm good with that. I'm good with that when it's my team. I don't ever want that when it's not my team. like I really want a good Super Bowl, but when my team is in the Super Bowl, since it doesn't happen very often, but it has happened a couple times, I want it to be a blowout. Like, I was really happy that we crushed and destroyed the Chiefs by so much. Anyway, the funny part was just backtracking a bit. So we moved here from California. my whole life, I grew up in the basically desert Southwest between Arizona and New Mexico, and then California in my adult life. I have never, prior to moving to Florida, been in possession of any sort of fireworks. Because they're illegal. They're illegal in those states. It's not really safe to do. It's, very dry out there. So never have I had fireworks. Well, we had fireworks here, and we still had a few left over from New Year's Eve. And mind you, I have since changed my mind about fireworks because it's really not good for the environment, obviously, and the animals. The animals get so scared, the dogs, and then our wild animals. We have a lot of wildlife here. They don't like it either. But anyway, back then I wasn't quite as, I was living in this Super Bowl frenzy moment. So the game is over and we are losing our minds, the three of us, four if you count Taquito, because he was losing his mind because we were losing our minds. We were jumping around, we're screaming, and all of a sudden we just decide, let's grab the fireworks, and we go running outside. And I'm pretty sure there were fireworks at the stadium that we could see from here, but then we started lighting off fireworks in our front yard. We were just lighting off fireworks. We were so happy. And so I think that was my happiest firework moment. And I really haven't had another one because I don't think we've done fireworks since then. That was Super Bowl 55, by the way. So there were a lot of fireworks in the neighborhood going on 4th of July here, and it just made me think about that and how awesome that was when the Bucs won that Super Bowl, and how much the city needed it, and how much I feel like I needed it. I mean, COVID was tough for everybody, of course, and working in retail, and people were angry all the time, and it was just an odd time, as you all know. But I don't think that I will ever forget how excited and how happy we were when we won that Super Bowl. And we did not go to the boat parade because it really probably wasn't the safest thing to do. We were trying to stay healthy. But that was still really fun to watch and see. And of course, Tom Brady drank his avocado tequila, which I have tried, and it's not good. It's really not good, so don't bother. But he was wasted and he threw the Lombardi trophy. That was hilarious. So, every time now, after that, anytime Tampa wins a championship, it's all about the boat parade. So, how cool was it that the Lightning then won the Stanley Cup that same year, and they had a boat parade, and we went to that one. So that was awesome. And now we just really need the Rays to get a boat parade. And, if the Rays go to the World Series this year, which, they were really on a roll, and now they've kind of sloughed off a little bit, but where will they play? I don't think they can have a World Series at Steinbrenner Field for many different reasons. Number one is it's too small. Number two, it is literally across the street from Raymond James. And the the World Series happens during football season. So I don't know that could work, because when you go to a Rays game now at Steinbrenner, you park at Raymond James. So anyway, I digress, but lots of questions about that, because I'm all about the Rays winning the World Series. They went to the World Series that COVID year too. That was really interesting, by the way, that Tampa had all these winning situations during COVID. But we need the Rays to get a boat parade, and certainly it would be fabulous for the Bucs to get another boat parade. And that's just really all I have. But I also just wanted to say that I believe the Bucs are legitimate Super Bowl contenders this year. And if they get there, I may bust out the fireworks again. I really don't know. But it's such an exciting feeling when you're a true fan. And I get that. I watch all these other fans and their big parades. Of course, people shoot people at some of these Super Bowl parades. That is not good. Not good. So you don't really want that to happen. You definitely don't want that to happen. So the thing is, when you're happy and you're excited about your team winning the Super Bowl, just be happy and excited. Don't bring firearms. Anyway, that's it for me, the Broad of the Bay, Kim Beal here. But first, football. Everybody, thanks for listening, and happy 4th of July. Peace.